Now, thank you, Subrosa, for DJing the set for us. Now, hop in the server and let's get this action started. Of course, the ninth round is underway, and we're about to begin. And what I'm hoping, at least, Mike, to be a very exciting match between these two teams. The final map, the decider to decide who will be advancing to our Season 3 finals here for North American region. And this is about to be awesome. I think the ninth round has just concluded. The side choices, will be done soon, and the action will begin. I think we're ready to go. Mel, kick the show. Let's get this final decider here out on the way.
I'm excited to see this. I really don't know what to expect, as it feels like this has been a little topsy-turvy. I thought I knew the score after the first match. I thought I knew which way this was headed, and then Swole Patrol. Clearly, they just needed a warm-up game. They were back into it. Now we get to Mirage, a map where, you know, it's been done. It's been worked through. Swag's going to hit the first shot. Was just trying to do the little shoulder peek shot there to pluck somebody's head, and that's indeed what he'll be able to do. Bomb going to be planted here. Smoke down does allow the cover to get those numbers punched in. So now there's a man advantage for the CTs on the retake, but they've got that fifth man over for the Ts in the form of the C4 tick-tock ticking away. And this retake's going to need to get on in a moment here.
And Neptune's going to be leading the charge along with Boost. Hip check comes in from Relic on the flank. That's a lot of the pressure relieved. Now Neptune is able to find a return frag at the very least, but the smoke kit available here for Swag will certainly apply a lot of pressure. If he can get on the bomb safely, that could be problematic. He does eliminate Swag. The kit is recovered there for Neptune. Does he find the head? No, no!
Oh, no.
Get the knife. Get the knife, Shazam! At least he hasn't taken damage, so he could get an SG head armor here if he really wanted. Did they go for the buy?
They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. We've seen one force buy already, one by Singularity. It was a CT side where the scout led the charge. This time, off the back of that bomb plant, they're going to have actually a pretty good buy. 3 creep. Utility on Moose and Dapper. A lot of potential here. The 2 Deagles. Bit limiting, but we know what these players can do with the Deagles in hand, so don't count them out for sure. That's a nice opener. Shazam continuing. Left off last round. He couldn't quite get it done last round. Maybe he can this time. They're playing a bit of peekaboo here. But Moose has just spotted the barrel, and that's a kill found. Shaz loses his life, but that opens up the gateway to the bomb site. The apartment player was the only defender. They were getting aggressive on the flank, or at least attempting to. There will be a rotation here from Wardell and his scout. It's dangerous. Sabrosa coming in on the flank, but Wardell losing his life ruins a little bit of the punch of his flank. Somehow, Sabrosa still does win that fight. Thought for sure he was going to get caught by Dapper. Bomb plant will come in, and they know where one player is coming from. But I don't know if they have information on Swag just yet.
A little sloppy rotate there from Wardell, right? Jump through that window, exposing his life. I think the door rotate might have served him better. Now, Sabrosa, his position is very much on the flank. He's going to have to find the Moose here. He jiggles it out well. Sick tries to trade out with a Deagle, but not quite able to land his own shots. Now, Swag will begin. He's showing his presence out market. However, Sick has eliminated Sabrosa. Now he has an SG in hand. Swag, time is ticking. No defuse. I think Sick might just have this one in the bag. As long as he delays just a few more seconds. I don't think there's a... Oh, there is a kit.
There's a
Does
kit.
he have time?
There's a kit. No, I don't think so. No, just barely. Barely.
Oh, he's got it, dude.
Last possible second. That is seen through. Swole Patrol survived. They overcome the force buy, and literally 0.01 second. There was no time to spare. Swag gets the defuse in.
Wow. Wow, I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
That's nuts.
Huge clutch there to save Soul Patrol that early swing. Or save them from what could have been an early swing for Singularity, at least. A disaster reverted, that's for damage. Moose attempts the push in by himself. He gets caught off by Neptune, but... I mean, this is another pretty good buy for Singularity, right? They have even better weapons than they had in the round before. Mind you, Neptune has upgraded. Sick is making his way out towards Sandwich, and he's not liking his position too well, so he will back out. And they've done a laissez-faire. You take palace, you took an early kill, sure. This just got really weird, because they've given up all of mid. Going back to B might be hard, because they don't know if anyone's pushed in. This is really awkward here for Singularity.
There's no information to operate off of. They were just completely denied to A. They had an idea there, and they just got shut down. And this is a bit of a concerning spot to be on. The history of this Singularity roster, obviously this is a pretty new format from what they've been playing with previously, but there was always a little bit of a danger with them of getting that tilt in, getting that mental upset where they're a little bit too concerned with trying to corral back certain rounds and they start to get sloppy, and I'm a little concerned that might be creeping in again. This time, though, Mid is completely open, despite the fact that there was no presence here early on for the T's. It's given to them. They can creep their way up catwalk. This is going to be held by Swag all the way back from the bench. He's anticipating a play from the app. There's nobody here, but they've got to do the damage now, indeed, and the T's are getting ever closer. Swag just trying to buy time, but they're not cowed at all. Now they're straight on. There's still a player on the balcony. Sabrosa trying to play this slow. Look at one.
Oh, he's still recovering.
The second transfers off the spray too early, but it works out. Not sure how they didn't find him there on the tree, but this will work out. No bomb plant available. That's the end of the 4 spies for Singularity, and they've all lost their lives.
Wow, that was not the sexiest of plays by Sabrosa, but he got the job done, and that's really all that matters. A pretty convincing round, though, for Swole Patrol, all things considered. Swag, maybe he didn't get the kill on the entry, but he got a dink off. He distracted them long enough. He set Sabrosa up for the multi-kill, who he was able to capitalize on. So that was very well played there by Swag. And Swole Patrol, once again, they avoid what could have been a double reset for them, potentially. Now, Singularity looking to fight back. To Scout in the hands of Sick, looking to get a few tags off. That's the first. Hopefully they won't make the same mistake they did on Inferno, right? Keep peeking the Scout, let him tag you down.
But I'm kind of wondering you don't give this Scout to Shazam. I like the timing of that flash. Actually forces Wardell off. He's wise to fall away because that Scout was waiting. If he hops back up, oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. There's the check. There's the shot. Tag. Is there going to be a frag? No, he gets away. But damage done. Again, you're starting to get a little concerning here. Yes, he brings back a kill on Dapper. But the more players get down towards low health, the more vulnerable they are to these pistols. The problem is, though, losing bodies in the process. These trades aren't valid. That player was completely isolated. That was Moose who got claimed. And now they're going to make their play up again onto the B-bomb site. Last time, they got slowed down. Swag managed to hold them off. The damage eventually came in. The round was correct. This time, it's going to be a little closer in, but Neptune's doing a good job of controlling it. The Scout can't get the tags, and at this point, there's no one left to bring through those frags. So this is a cleanup. 6 going to find 1, but I think that's going to be all she wrote. Indeed, it is. 4-0 for Swole Patrol, keeping 4 players alive again. This economy is starting to get a little out of control, and Singularity have not shown much in a little while to really inspire much faith.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that sentiment, actually. I feel like Swole Patrol has been revitalized from that last performance. Now the Charlotte Smoke will go out. I wonder if they'll commit with it. It seems like they are. Caboose and Swag are looking to fight out middle. It's going to be Dapper here to try to fight back against it. But he's going to go through the side of the smoke. A few missed shots. Now he's getting pincered on in, but Shazam is here for the backup. Dapper, although he's at critical health, he keeps to keep his life, and the man advantage is maintained. So early lead, early risk for Singularity paid off once again.
They bogged in it. They go with the Bogdan's Law. Let's see. It seems like they still want to contend for top mid, but this time it's going to be with the Krieg. And Singularity, or Swole Patrol rather, having lost that 1 player towards mid, have given up control. They're trying to get it back from Catwalk. They're trying to find something here. A boost up onto the bricks, I think, or even just a peek over them. But nothing to show for it just yet. That molly pops in. Oh, that's a problem. Now 6 found an opening pick. Swag has to get this done. He's got support from Wardell. So now they've got the position of the off. This duel out towards the Palace would be huge, but Sabrosa, Moose isn't checking it at all. He has no idea players pushed in. They found control towards the A-bomb site, and they do know Sabrosa's back here. So they've got 2 angles to consider, and a smoke will have to be devoted to it, and they've still got to transition the bomb. That's a big follow-up kill. 40 seconds on the clock. Sabrosa's going to try and take matters into his own hands, getting aggressive through it. Drop an alert smoke, but Relics is ready for it now. All on Swag, but he's got the chance to shut this down. Relics saves his teammate, makes sure this round can go through, allows them to get the dub, to get 1 on the board, and to recover at what seems to be a critical time.
Whew. These rounds are too uncomfortable for me. But Swole Patrol, they do have a buy. It is limited in some ways. Of course, the MP9 for Sabrosa is the clear sign, but the lack of kits is actually very concerning, especially considering how many postbans we've come down to. Now, we're out looking for the early frag out mid. The window's not been smoked yet, but I suspect it will be shortly here, following the standard protocols here mid, and okay. He knows the position with the smoke.
You're starting to feel for Dapper here. He's not having a great map, but I mean, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you just get shot when you're hiding in smoke. Sometimes you're just getting fragged out every time you turn. We'll see if he can get a little bit more awake. That's a nice opening pick to find, especially since you're rocking the glass cannon off. It's always nice to take a kill early on and say, you know what, even if I get God at this point, I put some contribution to this round and something happening.
Now, this ace split is beginning, though, for Singularity, and there's really no one here to defend against it. The 3 players who are here are stuck behind the smokes. Now they have control of connectors, Singularity. They have control of jungle as well, so they don't actually really even need to contest CT spawn. Flash is there to allow the player to get out A ramp. As long as he is able to cross over to triple to plant safely, things should go pretty smoothly here for Singularity, even with a man down.
I like this boost up for Wardell, though. Question is he going to be looking the right way? Oh, he's trying to go for more. Moose could find the timing here. Doesn't. They're actually not going to reveal anything to the op. So this is interesting. We get to a post point where they just haven't seen anybody else. That's jungle control. That's the first pick through. Now they can bring a player into CT spawn. These 3 players over by Ticket are in such an insecure spot. Now they're coming out. They're getting picked apart. They're losing bodies left, right, and center. They're ready for the flank. And this round is firmly in control from the get-go. Wardell might even get caught here on the escape. Indeed, he will. Up, dropped. Round 1. Singularity that time looking to be completely in control.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw the control that they had on the A side, I knew that it was going to go very smoothly for Singularity. Do they have control of jungle? They have control of connector. They own all of T spawn. I mean, they really don't have to worry about much. They just put Shazam up, posted on CT spawn, which is the only position they could come from. And of course, the flank is going to have 1 or 2 people max on it. And as soon as they got that kill on the flank, it was really just easy turnaround. So Singularity, crossfire in the pulse mine works out beautifully, and they've managed to break the economy for Swole Patrol, and a potential 3rd is following here for Singularity as long as this walkout is not a disaster.
The crab walk. The deadly crab. 2nd kill as well. This round should be over.
Oh.
They burn Sabrosa. Honestly, at that point, it might have been like a give yourself to the Molotov situation. I don't think so, but it takes whatever slim glimmer they had of doing any damage and makes it even slimmer. Dapper gets himself a 2nd as well, doesn't lose his life, so that's a nice little bit of a confidence builder to get the 2K there, get himself off of the donut, and get Singularity onto a 3rd round. Now they're 1 away from tying it up, and it looks like it's going to be another half buy from Swole Patrol, who I think want to make sure they have the ops when they get into buy proper.
Yeah, this is beginning to get a little bit weird here for Swole Patrol. Their money is in a weird spot, but Singularity's money is becoming in a really good spot. Now they're just going to scrim out A. They have the money. They have the economy to justify these kind of plays. The flashbangs are effective for now. They have not dealt with the default position just yet. That's the first kill for Caboose. The second one to follow. He is eventually traded out, but the damage is done. He's created enough of a gap here, a potential opportunity for the remaining players for Swole Patrol to at least get something accomplished.
Bro's trying a little bit of a Hail Mary there. I don't disrespect the effort. You got to try something. He's just trying to spam through smoke, hoping to get lucky. It's not going to happen yet. But they've got a flank coming in from Palace. Swag on the periphery. No one's watching his position. There's just not enough guns to watch all the angles. He might be able to do so much damage here. They have no idea. Swag's going to find Shazam over towards the firebox. It's a massive pick to find. He's got the 2nd as well. Swag could do this all for his team. He's trying to chase the fight. And there it is. Wardell with the scout. And Swole Patrol has stolen this one away. They've made this work all due to Swag's huge flank in. They make this happen. They keep themselves in the lead.
Yeah, massive double kill there for Caboose on the entry from the default position. That really just solidified the opportunities there for Swole Patrol, in my opinion. Made that much, much easier. You kill 1 person there, they have enough players to cover all the gaps. You kill 2 people, now there's a gap somewhere. And it was played out really well there by Swole Patrol to capitalize off that. Shazam now looking for the early pick. He's up head-to-head for the AWP, but it's going to be Swag peeking from the high ground to eliminate him. And the early AWP play for Singularity does not work out. What is the reaction?
Gotta see something get a little bit creative. They've just got some top end control. Kind of in a bit of a default here. They've got no control over towards ramp, no control at all towards the A-bomb site. Maybe they work their way up catwalk, smoke window, try and get in. The op can be watching from Ticket, though. Wardell's going to be doing exactly that. So if they don't smoke this off, they're potentially losing life as they try and get into speed. Seems like it's pretty much just going to be the apps play, and Neptune silencing 1, even at the cost of most of his health, is 100% worth it. Because now he said, you know what? B-side's close for business. I'm alone here. I'm going to let blood. If you get in, maybe you'll get a bomb plant. But I might just kill 2 of you in the process.
Now, unless Sabrosa gets hard checked here. Oh, he gets the timing on the Dapper. That's unfortunate. They know this is a beast play, though. They're spotting all the players. The Molotov confirms it. He does actually eliminate Neptune right before it. That's huge, but that's okay, actually. You traded off a 7 HP player for a full HP player, but now things get weird, but Wardell's there to keep things in sanity, at least. Relics, 1 versus 3, surrounded in all directions, except the upper apps.
God, he'd love to just be able to get a bomb plant here, put it down in the open, and he knows Wardell's watching for it. Get this shot? No. Wardell just a little too quick at cheeky angles like that, shooting through the shelves indeed. Does secure it, and this is once again looking like it's Swole Patrol in the lead. They get that one kind of an upset round. And now they're back steaming ahead. There's still money for Singularity. They had built up quite the bank, so they're going to be back into it. But here's where the cracks start to show. You've got to hit it here, not just for their economy. Honestly, I don't even think it's that much about the economy. You can scrape buys on the T side pretty easily. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I think for the mental side, you've got to get one on the board here. It's starting to be a bit concerning. You know Swole Patrol get better as they get confident, as they're hitting. You really got to start to make your mark.
Yeah, man. If you're trying to win a series to claim a final spot, hope is not something you want your enemy to have, right? You never want them to have any sort of hope or confidence. And right now, Singularity are not quite maintaining the kind of level of duress that they're hoping for.
Oh, that's information. Swag just hit him with a Molotov. The kill's not quite going to come through. I think they may think that Relic's jumped out, but there's Sabrosa follows it up. That's so much information off the back of pegging him with a bottle of utility right as he stands in the window. Just the little details, Roy, that sometimes completely decide a round.
Yeah, unless Dapper has something to say. The kill onto Swag here would be massive. He's going to catch the timing, and he's going to catch the kill. So the wing... This actually, that kill onto Swag really divides the defenders from each other. There's really no opportunity for them to rotate to help one another now. Moose, the Lurk, of course, he's looking for that opening frag. He's pretty much eliminated some of these angles for them. He just has to deal with Wardell and CT spawn and Caboose in the firebox. As long as Moose doesn't peek out too early here, should be key. But do they expect Caboose to be firebox?
There we go. There's the booster. Now there's a second player coming out Palace, and yes, they know his position, but still, they've got to contend with him. Look at this control all the way into mid, though. So bold for Dapper. He's got to make it work, and now Boost has to do it all, but he can't do any of it. It's all going to be on to Sabrosa. He's found the first, but time's whittling down. He's got to get back towards site. He has no idea of their positioning now relative to the site proper. They've had all the time in the world to reposition, and 6 uppercut him here, sliding in to check the connector. The Singularity at a critical time, at a critical juncture, getting back into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you gotta love that patience from Moose too in the halls. I don't know if you saw that, but he was there for a long time, just biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity. Even when Shazam died, he didn't swing out, try to trade instantly. He knew he had the run in the hand. Sick pretty much made that easy as well. And now it's 6-4. A weird forward side coming out here for Swole Patrol. Mind you, they do have the off of Wardell. Sabrosa's lost his life. Moose, I think he's starting to realize there might be another player here. Oh, and so close. Neptune with the ump is able to find the kill, as well as the control and the weapon upgrade here. So massive find, and the Lurk has been eliminated.
Neptune is always so solid with the UMP. He's so good at just worming out that one kill upgrade. It's an underrated facet of gameplay, I would say. Swag, nice frag. For a second as well, he can dump some utility. He's lost his teammate, though. That was Wardell, the really big threat on the site. Swag's got to do it all himself, and he's doing just that. He's been up to the task so far. 2 bodies dropped. Now he's got teammates in support, but it's all going to be left to Sick on the other side. Got to do it all. 1v2 now. Finds the first. Just Swag. Just the veteran. Just the man, the notorious BRAX. To try and seal this, to try and get through. But Sick, he's repositioned, he's gone over towards A, it's been red. What do they do? Still time to work with. Sick can actually work his way back through. This is mind games, this is plans.
He had to break the vents. That gives away his position. They both know what's happening here, but unfortunately, man, if the vent was not broken there, Sick had that in the bag. But as soon as he saw that vent, I would have maybe just changed my mind and not done that play. Or if you're going to do that, just try to make the cat jump at least. Go in a different route. Super unfortunate, but really well played by Swag to secure the round there for Swole Patrol. Good read of the situation. Now Singularity, they find themselves in a bit of a crossroad here. Do they buy? It doesn't seem like it's a good idea. I think they're just going to save, but this timeout suggesting they are discussing something, in fact.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Swag individually. He had a quieter first 2 games. Like, he wasn't necessarily an impediment, especially on overpass, but you know, he just wasn't shining as brightly as perhaps some of the others. Sabrosa and Wardell was really the stories on that map. But we're seeing some vintage Swag. We're seeing that positioning, that play, just the patience and the positioning coming through beautifully for him, and that's really what you want to see. That just crispy movement is textbook swag, and you like to see it. So what do you do here? They're going to go for the force buy. It's very risky indeed.
I hope they have a plan in mind, that's for sure.
I mean, they've got 2 smokes, 3 flashes, 4 flashes, decoy, actually another smoke now on relics. So fast play on towards the site, maybe a couple smokes to hold in the post. Question is, which direction do you want to take it? Seems like early on, they'll throw a top mid smoke, presumably try and get a bit of presence there for Sick, who I think is just going to rock up connector.
You're going for the pop.
Utility taking control on towards ramp. It's going to limit the pop just a bit. Now they can drop a deep smoke for Caboose. Back to their out palace already. Caboose, he's got his back turn. He's got to get repositioned. He's going to find one. Not the second, though. Trade good there with the deagle. The gun's still up on the balcony. That's actually limited. That's actually lost for the moment. It's a little bit problematic. They're going to be able to get the bomb planted here. Punch in the numbers. That's a huge shot from Moose. Strength is a bit more viable. He'll lose his life to the sailing in HE. And his bodies are dropping. It's a hail of lead on the Satan. It's all left to Sick, who's into jungle and just has a Mac 10 to try and hang on to this with 2 opponents coming his direction.
Hail of bullets in a graveyard full of bodies. This is crazy on the A site right now. It's not to Sick though. The 1 versus 2. He does not have the most trusted of weapons. I don't think Swag spotted him in the smoke either. This is actually kind of genius from Oh!
It wasn't the back. It wasn't the back turned.
What is going on?
He has no idea where he is. He got the kill. He won the round. Sick. What on earth? He had no idea where he was for the last 15 seconds of that round. He was just swinging wildly.
I can't breathe, dude. I can't breathe. What is this fiesta? Wow, man.
Wow.
We have been through a roller coaster of a match, Mike.
What a way to actually win that. Like, that's how Singularity gets around on the board. What on earth? And it's a great time, too. The money's gone for Swole. Now they get 2 kills. I mean, they're annihilating in this round. The money's vaporized for Swole Patrol. They bought into this. They invested everything.
Wow.
The fact that that's going to be the play that this whole half swings on is mind-boggling.
Mike, I have watched thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds of Counter-Strike, probably this year alone, let alone throughout my entire career, and I have never seen anything like that before. That's why I love Counter-Strike, man. It just always provides something new. I love it. Yeah, this is such a crazy swing round. I wonder what Singularity is saying right now in comms, Mike. I would pay money to hear their comms on that round and after that round. Wow.
I don't know.
Now we're staring down the barrel of a tie, Mike. 7-7 potentially, and a potential lead for Singularity. And there's not really going to be much money in the next round either for Swole Patrol.
No.
A lead is very much in the cards here for Singularity.
Will there be money for an op? I think there will be for Wardell. Yeah, he'll be able to pick up the op. I think it'll be Glass Can. It's at least something to work with here. I'm guessing they go for it. But yeah, this is such a recovery. And you know what we were talking about? Talking about the mental. Winning a round like that will do great things for your mental game.
Yes.
Because you're laughing. You're like, how did we steal that away? That breaks all of the tension immediately.
Dude, rounds like that can make even the most serious players have a good time playing the game. And I feel like just enjoying your time and having fun is like a huge part of the success for a lot of these teams, right? Like you need to have fun doing what you're doing. And that round just makes your team laugh. It kills the tension. Any sort of nervousness that you're feeling is pretty much gone away. Kind of in the same way that we're dying laughing. They're probably reacting the same way. Not for Swole Patrol though. They're on like the yin-yang of that effect. That we're laughing, but they're crying. Oh man. Wow. Wow, I literally still can't believe we saw that. Please add that to the blooper reel, please. Someone out there, please.
Post it to Reddit. It needs to happen.
Oh,
alright. They've got everything in this round, right? There's Glass Cannon on Wardell. Over on the Singularity side, they've got everything they want to play with. If Wardell loses this initial duel in towards mid, it's potentially all over. I mean, it's such a swing piece. It's like the queen coming off the board in a chess game. He recognizes that, so he's going to fade away. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Big kill for Sabrosa. Moose was operating solo, trying to lurk out of the palace. It was maybe a little bit hasty there, seeing as his teammates hadn't really done much elsewhere on the map. Now that gives up a big pick back the other direction, and you wind up in a situation where Swag can upgrade off of an SMG, and this starts to get a little bit risky. Wardell gonna follow up a second kill. This is starting to get dangerous indeed. Kills being plucked. The glass cannon op not really challenged yet, doing damage, and bit by bit, Singularity just falling apart, coming out limp and falling flat on their faces. And this is such a missed opportunity. It's gonna be left to Shazam to do much. Sick rather started the party. But now Shazam's in mid. He's got the bomb. He's got the op. He knows where one player is, but they certainly know where he's playing from as well.
Yeah.
Sick will try and secure him a path towards site, but what can they even do with this?
Wow, yeah, there's actually an opportunity for Shazam and Sick to sandwich out Wardell, and that would have been a massive pick, but unfortunately the utility started running out in mid, so the smokes faded, the mollies were pretty much gone, and he was not confident enough to peek into that. Swag's just going to take the wide peek, eliminate Sick, and along with that, pressure on site. They know where Shazam is. That nade certainly does not help things, and everyone is posted. Everyone's got scopes. We caught now, baby, and it is 8-7. Swole Patrol do regain the lead right at the end, but Singularity, they brought it back in the mid here. And 7 rounds on this T side, that's still a very good half, all things considered, for the T side.
Yeah, and off the back of one of the silliest end rounds that we've ever seen.
Literally.
You take what you can get. You take what you can get in the cutthroat world of CS. Singularity will be more than happy with that. Now, if they can get started on the right foot here with a pistol, tie the scoreline up, be solid going into your CT half. We've seen some slightly lackluster T halves from Swole Patrol. It certainly hasn't been as strong as their CT, generally speaking. Mirage, maybe a little bit of a different story. You can still do a lot with that T side op. It's just so critical to their game plan, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen here. Not a lot of information to draw conclusions from. It's going to be a straight take on towards A, it seems. Players coming out of connector, players approaching top mid, and then 2 popping out the ramp. So they are going to go ahead and go for it. See if Singularity can really do much damage as they get towards the site. There's the spot on 1. See Wardell as well. Damage done. Relics actually takes the brunt of it, but here's Shazam locking down jungle. He's got 1. Does he have any more? Tapping away at range. Tons of damage coming through, and it's all Sick all day. They pushed the bomb off the site. They've retaken it before. They had a chance to punch the numbers in, rather. Swag will be trying, but he's facing instead of just putting the C4 down, and they won't get another opportunity. Not a body drop, and Singularity clean in the pistol will secure a tied scoreline and will secure the momentum going forward.
5 alive. That's pretty rare these days on pistol rounds, Mike. And unfortunately for Swole Patrol, the lack of bomb plan and how tight of a game this is not really inspiring their confidence to buy. So they are just going to go with a single, actually, excuse me, 2 deagles. 1 for Swag, 1 for Sabrosa, and a single flash for Neptune. And Swag just lost half his health off that. Well, there goes his confidence.
Ow. Owie, ow. That's the comms right now. I'm just giving you an intro comp. He's quite low, and there we go. There's the finishing blow. Shazam gonna get a follow-up as well. So 2 bodies drop towards top mid. There's still a player here. Neptune might just go for a little bit of a deagle pick. I don't fancy his chances here. He basically gets 1 chance to squeeze off a shot. Then the aim punch comes in. He gets slowed, and he's likely dead. So group up instead. Say, you know what? If we're gonna take 1 chance, let's just group up, bundle, go as a unit. Try and hit A. Maybe we get lucky, drop a couple bodies, get a bomb plant. If not, it's over mercifully quick.
Let's hope this flashbang for Neptune serves him well. Oh wait, he's going in palace with the flash. That's not ideal.
There's the bottom of the first. There's the second as well. It's all over. Neptune gets a chance at least to do the damage. He does fall off of this, and indeed does sets up his teammate Sick. Doesn't get overly greedy there personally, and that will be a 9th round for Singularity, and not just a 9th round. That is now 2 rounds in a row where we have not had a single kill.
Yeah, you noticed that too. That's actually really scary because now they don't really have that fear of the double eco, so they know that even if they lose this, as long as 1 or 2 weapons are saved here, as long as they get a few kill rewards, they can probably buy in this next round. So it's not really much to lose for Singularity, and there should be really no fear of failure. But I really do wonder what their approach is, because they have a less than ideal buy, right? Double MP9s, double FAMASs, not the strongest weapons when it comes to retaking or rotating or moving around the map. And if they can solidify themselves, if they can plant themselves in a strong position, it can do wonders. It seems like they're looking to fight out. And Dapper is completely unaware of the underpass peak here. What is that? That's careless.
Sure, it's a complete overlook. You're right. That's a big opportunity given. They've just opened the window, wedged it open with a stick, and they've let the burglars in. At this point, Zabroza is going to get a second because Shazam is completely unaware that there might be a player. That's 2 big kills to just a lack of positional awareness, and Zabroza, he'll take those any day of the week.
Yeah, I think this round's going to come down to Sick, though. Like, there's really no one else on Singularity that can do anything about this. That's the first kill. Oh, the second would have certainly helped things, but the 4 versus 2 is far less convincing than the 3 versus 2, and that kill onto Moose solidifies it. Relic's likely to look for some economic damage, a potential upgrade on his MP9. And maybe if they walk into him, but if I'm him, I'm not really forcing it too hard.
There's 2 players low, which is doubtless tempting to him. Just that extra $600 would go a long way to making their buy happen. If he can get both, get an extra $1,200, maybe an upgrade and get out, that'd be huge. But I think he's just going to hang out here, see if anyone slides into Palace, gives him a really good opportunity to get this. Actually, he's found the space. No, certainly not.
Wait,
he's gonna stick it. No, they're coming out ramp. That I like the chutzpah there. He's hoping they full hunted him. Not quite gonna happen.
Okay.
Man's trying to pull the snacks, except he doesn't even have a smoke. Although I guess snacks didn't either.
Yeah, if he had a smoke, that gets crazy. I'm liking the discipline here from Singularity. Although it kind of sucks because you kind of have to give away a little economic safety net here for Swole Patrol. But at least it gets you ops, right? It gets you that extra, the M4s, the higher firepower, along with the utility and the kits. Something that you definitely need to contest early. Now Zabroza, he's starting to get a little cheeky. He's feeling out the B site, taking a few peeks.
Okay though, Sick has the best gun in the game right now. He's got the Zeus. He's ready for this. Is he gonna do the? Oh, he's gonna sneak into the van. I like the under window Zeus in this position. They go for that hop out window. Right now he's so vulnerable to a Molotov. But you know, if they're on one Molotov, they probably think it's. He's just praying somebody's gonna hop over this lip and get a 1,000 volts straight up the exterior.
Yeah, nice try, Skyler. He just got bodied. You're not peeking Zabroza, not when he's feeling it. Not in that angle, not with the Eagle.
I don't think they come out. I think Sick is going to be completely disappointed in this angle.
Yes, unlucky for him. Maybe he finds the kill on Zabroza afterwards, but right now there's a ramp. It's really you should probably get out of that. And Dapper's not really sure where to look. Unfortunately, he's hearing noise in Palace, and he thinks he's maybe getting wrapped, but well, he is actually getting wrapped. So he was right, but he's looking in the wrong direction, and that is now the A site. Nothing here to stop it. Swag holding down Cat. Everyone holding down the entries and the exits, and this is a route for Swole Patrol. A convincing one, Mike.
This is the CSGO equivalent of blue balls right now. Sick bought a Zeus. He had a great position. He knew there was a player right there, and the player just never. That's so frustrating. Clean round, though, for Swole Patrol. Very nicely played. I can't help but fixate on the Zeus, but at the end of the day, it is very carefully played by Swole Patrol, and they get out of it with barely a speck on their coat. Caboose takes a little bit of damage, but that's pretty much all you can say, and they're going to get a 10th round. They're going to take the lead. They're going to be in great position economically. They're going to have a really good chance to put the screws into Singularity. Oh, Zabroza's finally coming.
I don't know why they're hunting, though. Like, what are you actually hunting for here? Confidence?
I guess. It works. I think that's just the nature of this team, right? At the end of the day, they're going to hunt, even if there's no real logical reason to do it, because they're sharks and they smell blood in the water.
Fair enough. But this is what they've been saving for, right? The ops, the full utility. Let's see what Singularity has in mind. I'm hoping they don't fall into the trap of being overly passive on Mirage defense, right? Like, there are very few teams who can successfully play CT side being completely passive. Like, you can't be risk averse. You need to take risks on the defense on this map. Whether it's fight out mid, whether it's double pushing into a ramp, whether it's making some sort of wild underpass play, like something, right? You can't just play sites from the get-go and hope for the best. Not with this current meta, at least.
I would agree. And it also just gives too much agency, if you will, to Swole Patrol. A team that really does want to be able to play their game, to take their peaks. Oh, that's a huge missed opportunity. Shaz not going to hit that shot with the AWP, and that gives a lot more room to rumble for the Swole Patrol side. They'll continue to work around. Going to start to group up towards A. It seems they've got a player forward and connector. There's no contest on this mid control. There's a player watching it passive through the murder hole. Shaz, he's going to fall off this now to work a player into the jungle area as well. It's going to get really tough for the A-side defense. And there's a big opportunity here for Swole Patrol to secure this. And as I say that, they'll rotate. They'll rotate off.
They keep leaving gaps in the jungle, right? This time, of course, Dapper is holding for it. But if Neptune jumps, he has access to jungle, and he has access for the ace play. While Dapper is keeping tabs, Neptune could technically bypass it. The fake utility here might pull Dapper's attention away in the timing, but Neptune, a few more seconds of patience. Maybe that's not unfold favorably. There's a second player there. That's the bros at the double lurk. You're not expecting that one, but look at Skylar.
Big kill, and there's the second as well. Skylar, patient, gives information to his teammate, and it beautifully works out for 2 kills between the two of them. Now these T's are completely isolated. They've got no control of the bomb either. Sabrosa is going to find this pick, but I just don't know what they're going to do off the back of it. 2 seconds, 1 second, time is gone. Wardell's dead after the clock. That's huge. He had money, so it's not a catastrophe. He had 5,900.
Right.
It's actually just fine, but that's still a nice play from Singularity to tie this up once again.
You know what, though? It wasn't the sexiest kill by Skylar, but he did play that correctly. Not only was he patient, but he actually peeked upper B to get full definitive information for his team, right? He knew it was completely clear, and as soon as that info came through, Singularity knew where every player was. So that was really well played. Maybe not the best kill, maybe not the craziest, flashiest of kills, but very effective. Now, this is the final buy for Swole Patrol. Sabrosa's hearing a lot of people jumping around, and he just spotted Skylar, so he kind of knows where he is, and now Sabrosa's out here. That's a lot of pressure, but that kill, massive. They were banking on that. That was their only game plan for Swole Patrol. Now they have nothing.
Live by the bold play, die by the bold play sometimes. That's exactly what happens there. Sabrosa's head ripped off. The readjustment. You've got Neptune in towards underpass. You might be able to make a little bit of noise, a little bit of chaos here, and they're going to go toward that hit towards A, but look at this positioning out from Sick. He's just going to chill here in Palace. If they push through, even if they take the site, now they've got an immediate flank. The retake is going to be perfect. They've got position towards jungle. They've got great contain. They've actually given up the position towards jungle. It's a little questionable there, but great contain still. And time starting to tick down. 45 seconds. Swole Patrol's going for this. Everybody's here for the CTs. That's a mean need to start things off, and Sick has slid out onto the balcony. They spotted him, though. Caboose figured it out. That's 2 big kills, 2 massive frags. And this starts to get a little bit risky. Neptune continuing to drop bodies. Despite the trades, he's holding strong, and that will be enough. They make it work. It looked like Singularity had their number, but Swole Patrol backed into a corner. They fight their way out tooth and nail, and they put another round on the board.
Did you see what happened? Shazam opted through Dapper, and it actually tagged Swag, and it didn't kill him because of that.
Oh, no.
So not only did he do damage to his own teammate, but he actually prevented... Well, I mean, I should say to himself, because he walked in front of Shazam. But he not only did he take damage from Shazam, but he also prevented Swag's death, which actually unfolded terribly for their team, because they were able to find all the opening frags, and that extra kill would have definitely weakened that offense, and maybe given an opportunity for both Shazam and Dapper to find each kills there. And now, unfortunately, that's a bit of a drop-off. The Hero Scout comes out here for Sick. Of course, we've seen crazy strong rounds coming out from them from the Scouts, but this is still a favorable route for Swole Patrol, and they're looking to extend their lead as well as their economic purchasing power.
This is double eco. This is so tough. Shazam saving up for that AWP as well, so he's not majorly investing into this round. Had some cash in reserve, so he's able to get out the Deagle armor, but this is a chance to sort of start to get the home stretch, to get to the sprinting right at the end. Swole Patrol, they've been good so far, so they really do fancy their chances to do this. Smoke blooms, but it's actually too deep. The molly's still there. Dapper's position's unsecured. Nading your teammate right off of his elbow. Maybe going to make it a bit tougher for yourself, but you're just up in the difficulty to hard mode. That will allow Sick to get the tag, though. That nade is really what allows it to be a frag as opposed to just a dink. And this is starting to get a little bit messy, a little bit sloppy. There's still bodies available for the CTs. They've got the man advantage as well. You've got to be a bit careful here for Swole Patrol. Corral this back around and avoid letting this slip away from you. Bodies continuing to drop a second as well. Huge kill for Relic, and now it's all on Swag, and he's in the smoke. He's lost himself. He's dropping down to try and find the bomb, but they can just play the clock, play the time.
Dapper is a magician!
Dapper's got all the way around.
Dude. That was so well played by Dapper from start to finish. I don't know if you caught all that, but wow, that was amazing. Not only did he buy time, not only did he find the kills, but he wrapped Swag around that over and over and over. Completely out. I never say outplay, but that was a straight outplay. He just styled on him.
Gotta love that maneuver. Gotta love it. Especially when you're against like the movement king and Swag. You just outplay him, style on him in that way. So 11-11. There we go. Now it's the force buys on the other foot. We've got 2 Deagles over for the Swole Patrol side. This is getting very messy down the stretch, Roy. This is a back alley mud fight at this point.
I mean, this is what we wanted, right? This is what we were hoping for, and now we're here, deep in this. The buy for Swole Patrol is less than ideal. Neptune looking for a head, playing whack-a-mole here on the underpass, but nothing will show. Not for now. Now, they can hold mid, right? But at some point, they will start to run out of utility, and thinking around here is going to be problematic. A dink for nothing. Shazam is more than happy with that exchange. Now I think they're beginning to show their hand, right? These smokes coming over, the players towards Connector, trying to come up towards jungle. Some Rosa gets a little too close for Shazam. There's no one to watch his cover his back. That's a little bit careless. He gets caught in the transition. Now it's Dapper underneath the balcony to hold back.
Big kills, but Swag silences it. Still a man advantage available. That underbalk position was so dangerous, but they do get it in control. Now Wardell, he's gonna get the trade, and that's beautifully done. That just wasn't enough damage from Moose. One more bullet, all that was needed to take care of Wardell. It's all gonna be on the relics. And after stealing away that round, after managing to make it work last time, if they give it up here, that's such a catastrophe. Wardell, vulnerable, has now brought this to a 1v1, but it's Sabrosa on the other end, and he has been a machine. He has been the Terminator all series long. He'll get the numbers punched in, finds a secure spot, and now the 1v1 comes in. Skylar and Sabrosa. Doesn't know if the repositions come in, but Sabrosa trusts his instincts, has the shot, the headshot to boot, and it's going to be 12 rounds for Swole Patrol as they retake the lead. They make it work off of the force buy, and once again, the money's in the gutter for the CTs.
Yeah, huge clutch here for Sabrosa, and a nice attempt for Skylar as well, but Sabrosa just walking away, right? Just backing out slowly. Every second that's wasted by Skylar was a like extra inch that he was getting on the escape, and he just angled him out well. Shot for shot, pretty equal exchange of damage. Sabrosa getting the worst end of the stick there, but overall not a huge deal. But this round is a force buy for Singularity, and that could very well break fully the economy of Swole Patrol. So this round is massive for both of these teams. Swole Patrol, they might be able to extend their lead to the potential 14th here if they can claim this one.
They might. There's still vulnerabilities here though for the Swole Patrol side. They've got the scout on Sabrosa, who's low. It's been tossed over. Got a MAC-10 for Caboose. 3 rifles for sure, but if you get into a situation again where numbers get whittled down, where some damage comes in from that scout tag, this could be risky once more. They're going to try and avoid it. A little bit of a bunch up into connector, but nobody really here. It's just going to be kind of a straightforward take out a ramp. You've got one player back in the app. Might just get caught, but has actually managed to slip away. Now the hit comes in. Bodies are here for the CTs, for Singularity. They're trying to make this happen, but Sick already lost, means that Scout's no longer there to get the tags. Moose will recover it, try and continue the damage out. But his teammates, they need to get the closer angle. The flanks coming in from Relics, coming all the way around. I don't think they're going to have the information, but by that same token, Neptune's worked his way into connector. He's got one. There's the second as well. Bodies dropping for the CTs, and this is looking hopeless. Unless Relics pulls a rabbit out of his hat here from the ramp position, this could be all over. And Caboose does overlook him to give him one. There's still 4 bodies alive on site. A dink onto his own teammate. There's another kill. How is this happening? How is this working again? These rounds make no sense. But Wardell will restore a bit of order. And now Moose, without a smoke to cover, has to try and duel off against 2. He's got the creek at the least. A flash to blind. Little bit to work with here. But he's got 2 to contend with, and the defuse out in the open. Does have the kit, though. This is so risky. So tough. I just don't think he can get through, and he's going to go ahead and save. Back off of it. Keep the Krieg alive. So close, but no cigar here from...
Yeah, really well played there between Neptune and Wardell, right? Just they reposition towards connector. They just risk one of the players' lives to just make sure that Moose is not quite sticking the bomb. As long as he's jump spotting and doesn't get eliminated, that's pretty much easy peasy, and it works out perfectly. Now Swole Patrol have extended their lead officially to 13, getting closer and closer to that victory now. And Singularity, they don't have much. Just a hero SG here for Moose, and unless he goes loose, I'm not fancying the odds here for Singularity in this round at least.
He is a Moose who's known to go loose occasionally, though. Problem is he's not in the right position right now. It looks like they want to go for a pretty fast play on towards the B bomb site, and that's just going to be Relics waiting for them. Nate just sits right past his temple. Relics trying to wait for them to come on, trying to wait for them to give him a little something, but as the smoke fades, I think his opportunity may be lost here. Playing around the windowsill, I don't hate this idea. You pop one shot, you fall out the window, you get out, you buy a little bit of time for your team. They've repositioned Shazam here as well to support, and he's going to go ahead and fall out. Now down below, they may have gotten the audio cue, but he might just be able to plug the one as they fade through the windowsill. There's a ton of flashes on site. He's blind as can be, but Caboose gets two. How is he turning that around? Moose gets one, but that's not enough from the rifle. That's not enough to make this happen. Bomb plant's going to come in. Round should be lost, and that Krieg is out in the open, so it's completely...
You really needed one of those anchors to get a kill, at least, right? If they can get one each, that's perfect, even better. But the lack of even a single kill, they're really hurt them. And it just allowed Moose to get overwhelmed on site, unfortunately. But there it is. We've made it. The 14-11, as predicted. And now the buy needs to come out for Singularity. The problem is, if they want to op, it's going to be Glass Cannon.
They're not going to go for it.
Mike,
They're not going to make it happen.
Mike, there are still some things that we haven't yet seen, right? And we were talking about this risk aversion for Singularity. Like, they haven't really fought mid in a really aggressive fashion. They haven't tried the Astralis smokes or, like, the post-Astralis mid-take setups. The one where you have a player, you know, hugging wall, holding underpass, running bait setups out in mid. Like, these are all in the cards here. At least they're doing the double A ramp push. That's going to go well. It's going to allow Sick not only space, but the opportunity to flank. I think Caboose is going to be checking it, and Caboose very aware with the right timing. And the risk does not pay off this time for Singularity, and a man advantage here for Swole Patrol.
Two. Huge frag. Follow up as well. Yeah, this is all falling apart. This is a catastrophe now. Relics might be able to reclaim some sense of order, and Dapper is going to stand for the ramp, but Sabrosa, ever the aware player, checks his flank, checks his back, and he'll lose a lot of health, but takes a life away with him. So that's beautifully done. Now just two CT players completely isolated, no ability to support each other. Moose and Dapper on islands have to somehow make this work, and Swole Patrol have 50 seconds, all the time in the world, to reposition, figure out exactly what they want to do, and execute.
I think at this point, as long as they don't go too slow, they should be just fine. We have Neptune still holding on towards the A ramps. I do suspect that. Wait. Are they going for the beast play? Oh, they're walking into Moose. Wait. Oh, they're no. Oh, he is so mad. He just dropped it. You know exactly where he is now. That's really unfortunate, but at least he gets the getaway to go and save it. He must have
only 18 seconds there. Molly might have just been able to do something. That's so unfortunate.
I don't know what kind of info came out though, because they clearly smoked the deep cats beast play. I don't know if maybe they misread what smoke was used out in middle. The flank comes in. That's actually very heartbreaking for Singularity as Swole Patrol. They do eliminate the only gun available for Singularity. Now it is the match and series point. 4 attempts here for Swole Patrol as they look to clinch that final spot in the Season 3 of the North American region for Winners League. And it's less than an ideal buy for Singularity. The final hoorah. The triple MP9, the FAMAS out, and Shazam with the scout. Now they go for the mid control, but they're going to go for the B-pop Swole Patrol. Let's see if they can overwhelm the B site.
No, Relics gets the first. He's going to fade away. Drops a Molotov as well. Tons of damage being done here. There's a tag and a frag, actually. And he shot on another player through him. Swag now down to 1 HP. The damage is done. Singularity might just have some signs of life yet. They've got a little bit of wind under their wings. Let's see if they can follow it up. There's another tag. Neptune now low. The scout's doing damage left, right, and Neptune will bring back at least 1 kill to get a little bit of order back into the world. But Singularity, they're limping. Or rather, Swole Patrol, they're limping in this round. Singularity might just have found the throat. Nerf showing through there as well.
Overtime. Overtime. Dude, I want to see it so bad. Please, Singularity, please take us to overtime. Couldn't end in any better fashion, but let's see how this round unfolds. There's still a lot of room here for Swole Patrol. Unfortunately, Swag is wounded to 1 HP. Neptune on 52. Ordell's really going to be the key here, I feel. He's going to have to trade out Swag perfectly. He has the bomb on his back, knowing that Swag is likely going to be the sacrificial lamb. And Moose is in a really strong position if Shazam is able to bait for him well enough. But if he gets deleted here instantly, they might actually check for Moose. He goes for the tag. They don't check for Moose. He eliminates the healthy player at the very least, leaving a wounded Swag. That's good. There's silver lining, but a bit careless there from Shazam.
I was going to say, that's not how that trade's meant to go. You're supposed to bait the 1 HP player and kill him with a high health. They reverse it a little bit. The nade comes in. There's the 1 HP gone. So that HE reads it very nicely. It's all going to be left to Neptune. They're both coming from the same position. Neptune has a bit of a strong angle, though. When the smoke fades, he's going to get off when he's spotted looking the wrong direction. So Relics will have it. That's going to be the defuse in. That's going to be guns retrieved as well. It's going to be a slight saving grace here for Singularity. They've got a chance. They've got a chance to make something of this yet. They're just going to need to be flawless for 3 more rounds.
Yeah, an amazing start to that round from Skylar, right? Getting that kill in B Halls, jumping instant. I don't know if you saw it. He's like running, gunning, jumped out the window instantly, got the Molotov off somehow. I don't know how he managed to do that all under pressure, but wow, that was huge and kind of disrupting the flow for Swole Patrol. But now they're back up. Swole Patrol, no problems, no worries. They have ops, they have SGs, they have all the utility as full as the buy can be. And Singularity, they have SGs themselves, along with a few kits. And the offense can. This time it's Neptune in the upper B lurk. Now, both Neptune and Sabrosa being upper B, this is suggesting that they're thinking of ending B here at some point. Oh, what? Surely that's not how they lose the game, with a spam through halls?
Certainly not. Fingers crossed. For them, I suppose. I guess Swole Patrol is more than content to finish it on in such a play. They're going to get a player up underpass. They've got full control of mid if they want to actually exert it. They're not going to quite yet. Looks like they're going to group up for this hit on A. They've been pretty successful with these so far. I think it's going to be up to Dapper and Sick to really hang on. If they can get this kill on Connector, if they can find Sabrosa before that happens, it'll make life a lot easier for them. And as the smoke fades, he's just on the other side. No! He's found one. They push through. The trade's there, but the damage is done. Sabrosa has more than done his job. Now as the hit comes in, there's going to be nobody on A. They secured mid, but there's no one here to defend. And that's going to be a free and open bomb site on which to plant.
Now, they know exactly where Sick is, so they're just going to block him off with that utility, right? Just get the bomb down. They still have a few more flashes to take further control. The boost, the flashbang can come high. Relics, a massive find. Back to a 3v3. Sick from the high ground, eliminating Swag, finding his team the advantage. And now it's down to Neptune and Wardell. They've clutched it before. They're looking to clutch it again. That's Sick gone down. Now it's a 2 versus 2.
Oh no, not like this. Relics all alone. 1v2 has to make this happen. It's falling apart, and Wardell will get the last shot to win this series to advance to the finals. It is Swole Patrol who will progress. Swole Patrol who will be joining to try and win it all here in Winners League NA to try and seal that last deal. They came back off of a terrible first map, recovered, showed strong form in the second, and finished it through here on Raj. And what a showing for them indeed.
And what a series this has been overall. I mean, that was blast. We said entertainment guaranteed, and that was at the very least entertaining. We've had some crazy rounds, we've had some amazing rounds, we've had some highlight reels as well as some blooper reels, and it has been a blast. Congratulations to Swole Patrol for advancing on to the finals of our North American division, and of course commiserations to Singularity. They have been an amazing roster to watch here. They've been on a tear, but unfortunately that tear comes to an end here against Swole Patrol, and that is sometimes how it goes, Mike, and that is the story. So for now they will claim that final spot. We are finished here for our action, and now we will be moving on to the giveaways. Mike, thank you for being here. If you haven't done so, everyone, please follow this man right here. His Twitter is down here below. A phenomenal caster and good looking too. So he's got double whammies right there. So follow him on Twitter. And Mike, thank you again, man. We're signing you off, and we're going to begin the giveaway here.
Hi, everybody.